Hey there, guys. So I've been continuing the squat everyday program. There's been quite a few days where I've just had to literally front squat the bar for 20 reps. But 4 to 5 days a week, I've now been squatting 100 kilos for 20 reps on the front squat. The other days, I just keep really light. Um, and as a whole, it's worked really well. My fitness has improved. My general upper back strength has actually gone north. And I think that simply because one, when you're in the front squat position, you're using a lot of upper back just to stay upright. So I've found that's had pretty big carryover. The other thing I've noticed, it does help with leaning out, and in terms of like how my body's recovering, most of the time it does really well. Had a few minor little, I don't know, niggly injury things. More my right knee. I just had to ice it a few times after training, especially after the 20 reps, just to bring a little bit of inflammation down. But that wasn't due to technique. It was just a very, very old injury that I had basically happened to my knee. Long story short, I was tackled onto concrete as a teenager, just mucking around. And I hit the concrete ridiculously hard and ended up with a massive, swelling at the front of my knee, so the tibia tuberosity. And over time, that inflammation took a very long time for it to go down. It sort of calcified. So I actually have one big lump in my right knee on the tibia tuberosity compared to my left. Very rarely will it ever play up, but the front squats for 20 reps, I guess because of the liner pull and how the muscle, pulls through that area, slightly aggravated it. But if I ice it straight after training, I don't have a problem. Normally I'll ice it and then give myself a day where, I just go light the next day, just the bar, and then I can front squat again, 2 to 3 days with 100 kilos for 20 reps again. And it doesn't play up. So yeah, that's probably my only weakness at this stage. Going to do a comp October 31st if I get in. So I'm going to modify the squat everyday program. I'm going to, bring back the traditional squat. I'm going to probably work more towards 250 kilos and just keep it paused. Build a lot of strength and make the RPE of that lift a lot easier. That's going to translate to a bigger total. Last comp I squatted the 365. There's a little bit left in the tank, so I'm hoping, it is a very, very big ask, but I'd like to try and squat 385, so another 20 kilo improvement, because it means, if I do that, then long term I only have to add another 15 kilos and I'm at the 400 mark. So I'm going to try and get the majority of the work done. If I'm doing a lot of paused heavy singles, that also brings up my deadlift. So I'm going to have to start working that a little bit more, but the Stones did a very, very good job of doing that in the last comp prep. So that's something I'm going to go back to doing, especially for fitness. 20 reps with that, medium-sized stone was an absolute killer on the heart and lungs. So I'm going to use that for a lot of conditioning and a lot of hip hinge movement as well, and just getting used to picking up awkward things off the ground. Talking of awkward things, my work Monday and Tuesday at the moment, I'm labouring for 2 bricklayers. So I'm carrying like this heavy, barrel of wheelbarrow of, mud/cement, sand, everything, used for the mortar. And if it's rained, man, it just gets bogged in the mud and becomes a nightmare to move that thing. And I'm, lifting buckets upon buckets and then bricks upon bricks, for literally hours on end. So my lower back's got a lot better in terms of endurance because of the sheer amount of flexion and extensions that I've had to do. That's pretty much sort of it for the time being. Would I recommend doing front squat every day? Yeah, just keep the weight light when you're starting and, have a think about what you're trying to achieve. I found the front squat was a lot less taxing, obviously, than the back squat. And, if my form was poor on front squats, I was going to lose the bar forward. So that was sort of like a safety mechanism. Yeah, really enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you guys haven't already, hit like and subscribe. Have a great day wherever you are.